Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in your neck of the woods. Thank you for joining me. I have a question that I'd like to have answered by a geologist or somebody that thinks they're pretty high and mighty. How is geologically speaking, how are these anomalies even possible? How 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 can we have a geological coincidence where it just lays dragons out on the planet? And most of you know about the East Coast dragon. You got the head of it right here. There's where its eye is. I mean, that's its tip of its nose, its head, and then the throat, down to its body, the feathering on its back. You got the plumage up here on its head. How is this even possible? And I don't believe it's pareidolia, or however you say that. You see it the same as I do. I mean, how do you explain this stuff? How do you explain that geologically? And it's not sedimentary deposits with geological uplift. It's, I understand geology, theory of geology, very, very well. In fact, on my channel, I've got hundreds and hundreds of videos trying to geologically explain things that they think are volcanic intrusions or feeder dikes and things like this, which I understand very much. Basalt columnar jointing, horizontal and vertical, taphony theory, concretion theory. I do all this on my channel to explain things that we're seeing how they're actually, some are geological. I'm not saying there's not such thing as geology or volcanism. Absolutely there is, but not all is geology or volcanism. I mean, look at this. Are you kidding me? This is feathering. These are feathers on the back of this big dragon sitting here. I mean, it is what it is. So how is this geologically even possible to form this? The Moroccan dragon and the fish. I mean, if you actually come in here and look at this, you can see the scales on the fish. This is the fish. You got the dragon up here. Roger Spur's done this a million times. Well, not a million, but probably 1,000. But this is the head of it here in the throat, and it's spewing some noxious, venomous stuff onto the fish. It's decaying the fish. It killed the fish, I guess. I don't, I wasn't there to watch. Some of this stuff is kind of distorted here, like the legs or whatever, but they're filled in. It looks like filled in with sand because this place gets so much wind and sand blowing around. It's not even funny. This one here is hard to see, but there's actually a dragon laying right here. Done videos on it. There's a head right here, and the outline of it's just laying out like spread eagle, just laying out like that. So how is this stuff geologically possible? I mean, look at that there. And then the biggest one that is really hard, I'd like to know how they can explain this, is this is a giant dragon's head. Got the right eye here, your left eye is over here, it's kind of cocked like this at an angle. If you come in here and look at the horns, the guarding, across the top right here, it matches this side over here. This side's a shadow. This side's got shadows, but it's the same as this side here. There's the same amount. And how do you explain these mountains coming together into a perfect V down its nose to the mouth? And the mouth is down here. How do you, I mean, how is this geologically possible? And I don't believe it's pareidolia, or pareidolia, or however they say that. And then you got this thing here, whatever this is. I mean, it's the head of something and the neck going into a giant bird or something. This isn't just by chance. And what the heck are these? They look like the front fins or whatever, flippers on a dragon or something, or whatever they are for, flying or swimming or whatever. Really? I mean, I know it's hard for the human mind to accept this stuff, but creation is not from 5 billion years of geological evolutionary volcanism. Okay, it's not true. I mean, you got this thing here that looks like a reptile head, like a snake or something. And you got the sensors across the front for seeing how they sense things. You know, the infrared or whatever it is they have on them. I mean, how do you explain this? And it's in a crescent just like it should be. So anyway, I'd like to have some geologist explain to me how this is even possible. Just anomalies, geological coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences, okay? And I definitely don't believe in geological coincidence. I understand geology very well. I studied it for a long time. People say, well, you've taken no classes. And thank God I haven't taken any classes, or I'd be brainwashed like the rest of them. Just regurgitating what I'm told to regurgitate. I actually have a brain and I do some thinking, not just dirt, okay, I'll say what you want me to say. Sorry about having a little fun there, but that's about what I see. I see people, all they do is regurgitate what they're told to regurgitate. So I'd love for some academic, some super smart geologist to explain how this just geologically happened. Alright, have a blessed day.